Let me say it again. No one is coming to make you do the work. Tall poppy syndrome, mindset, no one's coming to save you, put in the work, get the outcome, yada, yada, yada. This is stuff I'm going to be talking to you today. A couple of folks really liked the talking style stuff I did at the start of the year. So save this video, listen to it in the car. If you leave a comment, subscribe, helps with my little old channel. I didn't know I had dimples. We're going to talk about mindset, tall poppy syndrome, coaching, roller derby as a whole. 2025 has been a year of significant growth for me, figuring out who I am as a skater, who I am as a coach, and all that good stuff. And I do hope that you can do the same. So super quickly, tall poppy syndrome is something that we say in Australia when you can do well, but not too well. So it's a very, very interesting type of movement here in Australia, which I don't love. So I am lucky enough that I've been able to coach in the UK and Las Vegas, I think like 3 or 4 times now. And I've also met skaters from India, Japan, China, all that good stuff, yeah? So the common thing in Australia, and we are growing out of it, especially the new generation, is the envy and the jealousy. Ooh, it will kill you, honey. It's do well, but not too well. And don't you dare gloat about it. Don't you do proud of it. In school, it was very... don't be up yourself. In my field, I'm actually not an amazing skater. I'm like a decent B grade skater. Who cares, right? But because I've got a slight bit of social presence and I think my coaching's pretty good, there is a lot of envy and jealousy and people kind of don't know what to do with that, which is very interesting. I don't even like saying it. The only reason I'm saying it is because it has come to me directly. I've literally said that to someone and it's come back to me in the form of Marilyn tantrums too much, she tries too hard. Cool. I love that I try hard. Brings me on to the next thing. Trying hard to get good at something is not a bad thing. The first step to success is being cringy, being embarrassed, falling over, and all that good stuff. So when I do my TikToks and my YouTube, a lot of people say, oh, I just can't do it. I'm scared of falling. I just can't possibly skate. There's just no way. I want you to think about what you're scared of, what the problem is. Are you scared of injuring yourself or are you scared of being embarrassed? Being cringy and being embarrassed is the first step to not caring, not giving a shit. Like the people that are really, really successful in life, they put themselves out there constantly. The only reason that I am where I am is because I have constantly put myself out there. I've constantly failed. Failure is the mother of success. The more you get used to that feeling of, oh no, someone might see me, that whole fear of being seen, the more you will get used to it. Okay, so the more you ruminate on stuff, the worse it will get. There's so many interesting studies. I've spoken to my psych about this, about folks that ruminate over the same thing, they make the problem worse in their head. And then you can make up a story and you can make up a narrative. Stop ruminating. Okay, think about things, that's fine, but the rumination on things is going to break your confidence, break your self-esteem. Just challenge your thoughts from what you can control. If you're going to go outdoor skating, what can you control? Right, I want to wear my safety gear. I want to go out and make sure the path is okay. I want to make sure that there's not too many kids around today. All right, what else do I want? Well, you know what? I just want to have fun today. So I'm going to put some tunes on, warm up, and make sure that I just try that T-stop. Do you see what I mean? Get out of that rumination. Don't be scared to fall over and slowly work up to these magical, magical things that only you control, which is my next thing. No one is coming to save you. I've heard this so much on social media lately, and it's so life-changing. It's annoying. I hate how right it is, but no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to pull the phone away from your face when you are doom scrolling. No one is going to put the roller skates on your feet. No one is going to put in the hours and make you go to training. You have to do it. You have to put in the work to get the outcome. So offensive, I know. What happens when you're no longer motivated, okay? When you start a new hobby, when you're got that carrot in your face, you're like, I really need A, B, and C, that motivation will go one day. I promise you. Your motivation one day will diminish. So you have to kind of make it part of your personality. I am a roller skater. I am someone that gets up on Sunday mornings and I clean the house. I am not someone that doom scrolls on a Friday night looking at what my friends are doing. You have to really, really put in the work to get these outcomes. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to achieve your goals but you. Devastating. The more that you say that in your hard times, the better. We're cutting out the fluff today. We just want info and stuff that's really helped me lately. Not my most favorite, but up there was when I went to the north of England and I went and coached a couple of folks from like 4 different leagues in the north. And I drove an hour and a half, which is fine for an Aussie, we don't mind, in a manual in England to Leeds. And I was so nervous, but I was so excited because it's an opportunity. So being nervous and excited is kind of the same emotion in your body. So I sat in the car and I ate my Tesco vegan roll. And I'm like, I'm about to coach a room of people. Don't know if they're going to be able to understand me with my Australian accent. I don't really know what I'm like. I had a clear plan. I will never, ever go anywhere without a plan. However, I've been coaching for so long now that I can kind of run a session gauging the room. I walked in there and I just started talking to people, which is something I didn't have the skills to do in my 20s. There's just no way. But now I'm 39, feeling fine. I have the skills, but I had to force myself, which is going back to the no one's going to do the work for you of going, just talk. Just, you can say something cringy. Who cares? They're going to talk about, oh God, my own tantrum's a bit weird. Oh, tragic. Everyone's a bit weird, babe. If people want to think like that, they're going to think like that, right? So you can't really control that. I went in there, met a few folks from the north. We all took the piss a little bit. So that's me scene setting. And I coached. I wanted more time. I only got 2 hours with these people. And honestly, I could have been there for 4 or 5. That was the vibe. So you constantly are scene setting in your life. When you walk into work, you are scene setting. This is the person I am. What am I wearing? What is my vibe? That space in Leeds, set the vibe. Taking the piss, reading my program, making sure I'm set up. As soon as I started coaching, I was like, right, make a joke about the North and the English. Brilliant. Make a joke about how you're Aussie and no one can understand you. Make a joke about, EastEnded versus Home and Away. Who cares? Half the room laughed, half the room probably didn't understand me, and 1 or 2 people thought, who the hell is Marilyn Tantrum and why am I here and why am I paying £15 for this? So my focus was have fun. And if I have fun, the people around me will have fun, right? That's trying to control. So we started warm up. I could watch what people were doing. I could see the skill level in the room. We had a mix of A, B, and C's, completely fine. I was on my own and there was a lot of people in the room for me. I would have loved an assistant coach with me who kind of could facilitate the room. But there was someone in the room who I was obsessed with, who had the banter, who was willing to come up to me, and I was like, can you help me? And they said, yes, I can. And honestly, this person was the best. I'm not going to name them just in case any of internet stuff. And I honestly could move in, make a coffee business with them and just like live happily ever after. I was obsessed with them. The session went great. I would have loved some more time, but I set the vibe. It is my job as a facilitation role, as a coach, to set the vibe. And I say this when I coach the league that I'm skating with. You are your percentage. So say, for example, there's 10 people in the room. Each person is a percentage in that room, okay? So if 2 people are in a really bad headspace and they're being mopey and they're being negative, that's a really big percentage of the room. So your job as a coach is to facilitate that space. If you want me to expand on any subject, let me know. I would love that. I love being a content creator. I love helping people succeed in life. And honestly, you can anyway. I'm just giving you things that I've learned so you can kind of speed run to success. What success looks like to you is going to be way different to me as well. A successful life to me is being happy, which brings me into my last point, which is the key to happiness, in my opinion. So, roller derby. What happens when you've got the MVPs, when you've made roster? What happens when you've got the trophies? You're a couple of years in, like me, 12, 13 years in. What now? I need you to think about this because I was injured. I've got a video on this as well. When I was injured, I was very, very isolated because I couldn't drive. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sad. Honestly, if I could go back, I need to apologize, and I have, to teammates that were injured. I could have done more because I didn't realize, and that's life, right? I didn't realize how isolating it can be when you're injured, when you're in a community and you're there 2-3 times a week plus games doing that and then nothing. Oh my gosh. I was looked after. My friends and teammates came over, dropped me off stuff. And then there comes a point where I was like, look, everyone has got a life. People have kids, people have work, people have this. So a friend picked me up and I went and coached, and I'm someone who's dyslexic and dyscalcular, so I can't really NSO, to be honest, but I helped coach. I got back into the game. I got back into my community. So it was that half expectation of, well, I can't just sit here and mope for 6 weeks. But the learning experience here is I should definitely have reached out more to people who were injured. My gosh, this is isolating. And all right, let's get back into it now because the world doesn't revolve around me. So it was a kind of chewing on that type of stuff. Yeah. What do you do when you've achieved all your goals? This is the secret to life. And I got this from someone else, and I kind of put my sprinkles on it of what I thought. And that is giving back and having goals, right? Having goals and giving back to the community, I honestly believe is the secret sauce to life. So with sport, with derby, I make sure that I am coaching a lot more regularly. Why? Because so many people put in the hours to get me where I am. So many coaches and presidents and exec members when I first started got me to where I am. So it's now time for me to give back. And you feel so good when you give back. This sport is insanely volunteer based. And that's a whole thing in itself because culturally it's a very American thing. Around the world, it's very different. And I can talk about that in another space. Back is so good. Okay, giving back to your community is so, so good. Roller derby is such a community-based space. When you give back and you see people who are the up-and-comers and you're coaching and you're giving back, oh my God, it's fantastic. It is bloody fantastic. The next thing is still work on your goals. Okay, cool. So I'm moving into retirement. No worries. Okay, well, what else can I do? You know what? I might do jam skating. I might work on my fitness. I might work on my laps. Still need to have goals and you still need to be giving back. I honestly believe that type of stuff is going to save you from the retirement depression. Your whole world doesn't have to stop when you retire. It can. Some people need to do family stuff. Don't suit me too much. I am talking about lived experience and people that have been around me. Gone, oh, cannot do contact anymore. My body is sore. I can't do flipping 15 hours a week anymore. My partner and my kids need me. I don't think anyone would get upset at that. If you love this sport or any sport, it is so important to give back and have goals in that space. So I'm someone that wants to keep giving back as well. So I'm doing a lot of graphic design stuff. It's so fun. And again, it's giving back. I'm like, here, I made this poster. I'm not working so hard on myself anymore when it comes to wanting to, win every game and all that good stuff. I am investing in other people. Why? Because other people invested in me, and it's bloody important to constantly invest and give back to other people. They might not be as grateful, but that's your expectations. Remember, do not put your expectations on gratitude or anything on other people. Do it because you love it. Do it because it makes you feel good, because it's the right thing to do. You should give back. You should help to a point. Don't burn yourself out either, which is a whole nother thing. We can talk about burnout. Those are my tips and my love. I will see you in the next video.